So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I made my own product just to get 100 in the final technology project. Stay until the end to see the final result. But first, there are some important requirements I needed for this project. First, it can't be harmful. Second, it has to be easy to use. Third, it has to be accessible. And fourth, it has to be somewhere affordable. So that is the plan. Now, let's review the steps. So the first thing that went through my mind was a fridge that could analyze what you needed to shop for and that it will do a shopping list automatically. Obviously, a millionaire idea. But when I went to do some more research about it, it was already being put in use by LG with a not so friendly price. Oh, that hurt. So we have to scratch that. Then, after some thinking, and I mean a lot of thinking, an idea came up. What about a toothbrush that can warn you when you have to change your toothbrush head? Not only that, but when you have a virus, it can detect it and force you to change the toothbrush head, which a lot of people forget that when you're sick, you have to change your toothbrush immediately. And to make sure you change it, the nylon hairs will fall off. So yeah, that's another millionaire idea in the bag. Now let's move to the next step. Research. So now that we have an idea, we have to see if this has already been invented or not. Oh no! Philip has already done a toothbrush that can remind you when to change your brush head. But that doesn't have the virus detection. So, we are good. Because an invention is not always a unique product. It can also be an improvement. Okay, now, let's figure out how those hairs are gonna fall off. So, after some research again, I found a scientific explanation for that. So basically, the glue that the nylon hairs are gonna be attached to is gonna be made up of a biological polycarbonate. In other words, a plastic that will decompose over time. So, after 3 months of use, which is the recommended period of time to use a toothbrush, the hairs will fall because it will have no glue to be attached to. But now, you will be asking yourself, what about the virus detection? Well, the thing is that the virus protein is an acid, and the bioplastic is a base. So when they have contact, they will neutralize and melt by themselves. So yeah, problem solved. And we even have the materials for our product. So now that we have the idea, let's start making our prototype. So the first thing I did was jump into Sketchbook and make a rough sketch of my toothbrush. After that, I decided to take that into a more three-dimensional perspective. So I took some clay and modeled this. It's kind of weird, and as you see, I used a real toothbrush head for the model. It will have an on button and a touchscreen, where warning messages, feedback, brushing tips and settings will display. And the best thing of all, it will have a mobile app where you can see every single detail of your dental health. Before jumping into the last step, let's see if it meets the requirements. First, not harmful. The hairs will not fall immediately, but over a period of hours. So don't worry, the falling nylon strands will not harm you while you're brushing your teeth. And of course, the toothbrush will warn you in advance. Second, easy to use. It has a touchscreen and a mobile app. What's easier than that? Third, accessible. It will be sold online and in stores. Finally, affordable. The main material is plastic, and if it's a bioplastic, which is a little bit more expensive, it is still considered cheap. Plus the screen, software, and charger, their price will be around $250 to $300. So now, for the final step, I wanted to take it to the next level by making a sick product animation in my favorite software, Blender. First, I modeled my props, like always. Then, I animated some stuff. I added some sick camera movement, some lights, and heat render. Finally, I took it to DaVinci Resolve for some final touches. And this is the final result. But before that, subscribe. Now, let's dive into it.